welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for supporting me. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button so as to receive notification for my next video. So in this video, I will be running analysis for normality test, and also I will be explaining the interpretation of the output. And basically the video is going to center on testing whether the continuous variables are normally distributed across the entire data set. That is, for this video, I'm not going to consider by group or factor, but in the next video, I'm going to look at by group or by factor. So this is the data set I will be using, and what you need to do if you are going to run your normality test is for you to go to analyze. So when you get to analyze, you go to descriptive statistics. From descriptive statistics, you will move to explore. So from there, you are going to select the data set you want to check for normality. So I want to check if age is normally distributed. I also want to check if reading age is normally distributed. So I'm going to move them under dependent list. Please take note. I move them under dependent list. So from there, I will go to statistics. So when I get to, I will go to plots. So from plots, I can put this one in none. I can decide not to select this. Then histogram, so that I can check if I have the best shape. And I can also click on normality plot with test. That is very important for you to click. So from there, click on continue and ensure we have this both click as well. So then click on OK. So I'm waiting for the output to come up. All right. So the first one that we have here is case processing summary. And just like from the other analysis we have been running in my previous video, you will notice we always have this case processing summary and also the descriptive, which are also important. But I will not be dwelling on this because the concern for this video is normality test. So I will move to the test of normality. But what I would like you to see there is my n is 45. That is the number of data sets under each of the variable, that is age and reading age. Both of them has a data set of 45 because I'm going to need that data. Okay, so before I interpret this output, there is two things I would like to draw your attention to. And the first one is on the table we have Kolmogorov and we also have Shapiro. Now, both of them are used to test for normality, but you have to consider the value of your n. So if n is less than 50, you are going to go for Shapiro. When you have a data set that n is less than 50, Shapiro is more reliable. But if your n is greater than 50, then you are going to go for Kolmogorov. So in this case, I'm going to rely on the p-value, that is the significant value for Shapiro. So under Shapiro for age, which is the first one I'm checking, I have p is 0.051, which means the p is greater than 0.05. So if your p is greater than 0.05, it means the data sets are normally distributed. That is, it follows the normal distribution curve. But when you get to reading age, my p-value is less than 0.001, which means it is the value for my p is less than 0.05. In that case, I will say the data set of reading age is not normally distributed. And that will draw my attention to the fact that if I'm going to proceed in running analysis for this, if I'm going to run for age, I'm going to use parametric tests. An example of parametric tests are t-test, ANOVA, MANOVA, etc. But when I get to reading age, because reading age violates the assumption of normal distribution, that is the normality curve, I'm going to use non-parametric test. An example of it is Mann-Whitney U-test, Krukas-Wallis. So this is how to go about your normality test. And for the histogram will show you if this data set follows the normal distribution curve. So if you look at the one for age, you will notice that if I'm going to have my bear shape, it will follow the bear shape. But if you look at the other one, that is for reading age, the histogram for reading age, you will notice that it does not follow the normal distribution curve, that is the bear shape. And this is also giving us the same thing that we've said earlier about the significant level. So I believe that you have learned so much from this video. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button, and also stay tuned to my channel as we will be receiving the next video on how to check for normality test for data set, which has to be by group or by factor. Thank you so much.